Hello everyone and welcome back to the October 2018 update. First let me say a big thank you to everyone who watched my last video or subscribed to the channel or liked the video, commented on the video, reached out to me, text me or call me or mentioned it in person. It's cool for me to do these things so I can see kind of how I'm doing over time and to know I have so much support and hopefully you're getting some entertainment out of it too. Is cool for me, so thank you everyone who is back for more. Here we go. So October was a good month for the most part. We went to the ear, nose, and throat doctor. This was the third time I've been to this ENT, and the first two times I've gone, my right vocal cord has been bent or bowed a little bit. We've been working on straightening that out. And that's done now, thankfully. When they went in and scoped me, they didn't see any issues there, so we got that fixed with a lot of therapy and things of that nature. So they also observed when I was sustaining phonation, which I don't do every day, but I do in therapy, that there is a muscle spasm in the left side of my throat that is hitting my vocal cord, my left vocal cord, when I sustain phonation, and makes my voice sound a little shaky and wavery, and when I sustain phonation, so I guess I'll never be a singer. Dang it. Just kidding. No real waste of talent there. I wasn't good at that even before this whole thing happened. But we had that. Also went to the neurologist. This was actually the first time I've seen this guy since day one. So I saw him the first day this whole thing was happening back in January. Then I saw him again in October. The biggest thing that he said, at least my biggest takeaway, was he said he would be surprised if there were not some residual effects of this on my life. And I thought a lot about the implications of that since being with that guy. And the only thing I can come up with, and the best thing I can think of, is he just gonna have to be surprised. Because I think things are getting better, and I think things will continue to get better. And I'm not dumb. I know things aren't great, but I also know for most people who have brain problems or brain injuries, they have cognitive or emotional problems, and luckily I don't have that. Even the problems with my voice, the problems with my walking, all that crap is physical. So we can work on that. And I thank my lucky stars that it is physical and we don't have issues in those other areas. And I feel for people that do, because you can't work on them the same way. It's different. So I think I can fix this stuff in time, and he'll just be surprised. So, also, he prescribed me some muscle relaxer that he thought would help me walk and maybe help my voice, and it hadn't really done much, but we're taking it for now. And he also prescribed or ordered me to take another MRI. So this will actually be the 12th MRI that I've taken this year. Lucky number 12, and size around that. I checked the other day, and I was always one that thought insurance was such a racket, and it just seemed like I was always paying this money and I wasn't really using it all that much. And I looked the other day, and year to date so far in 2018, my insurance company has paid in excess of $300,000 for my care this year. So I guess I won that deal. Probably you too. So if you ever think, dang, why am I paying this? I'm not getting my money's worth. I got you covered. We're good. I can pay that the rest of my life and always come out on top. So anyway, MRI. It's coming up a couple of days. I don't suspect there will be any issues there, but since we already met the max and deductible and all that crap for the year, why not get it checked out again? So I'm going to do that. Also in October, we went driving, excuse me. A big shout out to my friend Emily for taking me. Also, Meg and Denise have taken me previously, so I don't want to leave them out. But thank you, Emily, for taking me and being brave and sitting there while I haven't drove in a long time. Was figuring it out again, and it went pretty good. I think she classified it as B plus driving, so that was probably better than I was doing before. That's kind of what all happened in October. I wanted to show you a little bit. I talked about getting better and doing the therapy and all that stuff. Kind of show you some of what that entails. So it's early in the day on October 28th, 2018, excuse me. And we're gonna kind of show you some of what I do on a daily basis. So thank you again. So I started out my therapy day working on my voice. Anytime I do any work on my voice, I use this thing. Can you see it? I basically breathe into this. You can breathe through it too, but I do it 20 times, and it provides pressure against me breathing into it. So it helps. I do that 20 times as a warm up. And then I have stacks and stacks of words. S words that have S sounds at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end. Words with vowels A, O, U, I at different points in words, multi-syllable words, 3-syllable, 4-syllable, 5-syllable, and I go through and make up a sentence and throw the word in there. Say that sentence 3 times. Try to say it as clearly, as crisply as possible to work on my voice and the problems that I have with it. The next thing I do is some physical therapy exercises. I do alternating right arm, left leg, then left arm, right leg. I do 15 on each side of those. Then I do, with my handy old exercise ball here, well, we do some bridges on that. I do 20 of these, and I do 15 on each side. Right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg, 15 on each. Then I do over on the side, lift the leg up, 15 on each side. The next thing that I do is use the treadmill. So I hold on. As you can see, we do 10 minutes at 2 miles an hour. And then I drop it down to 1 mile an hour and alternate taking the hand off. Then when I get real ballsy, we try to take both hands off and see how that goes. We do 10 minutes at 2 miles an hour and 10 minutes at 1 mile an hour, where we try and take our hands off as much as possible. We'll get there. So the treadmill is kind of a two-pronged benefit for me. It helps me walk, but I'm also using it as kind of a cardio type warm-up for a workout. So you probably saw, if you watched the video from last month, that I lost a lot of weight when this happened. At my low point, I was down 25 pounds from where I was prior to my injury to where I got. So my doctor said, Jared, don't lose any more weight. So I started drinking Ensure and all this other stuff, eating as much as I could to try to not lose weight. So I got back into working out. I've gained back about 15 of the 25 pounds that I lost. Hopefully I'll get the rest now. So I won't subject you to this, but I'm going to do a workout now. I work out 6 days a week. So I do chest, back, legs, shoulders, biceps, triceps. 6 days, and then 3 of those days, usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I do ab workouts in addition to lifting weights. So trying to get back to where I was. The next thing I work on is actually my writing and typing. So I have a cookbook that I like quite a bit, and each day I'll just flip to a recipe and write it out. And my handwriting is not good, but it is better than what it was. So progress, I guess. And then I will type out at least 5 lines a day, just journal kind of what's going on that day. You know, any big events that have taken place, that way I remember them. And I also, like on the 15th every month, I'll do a typing test to see if I'm improving. And it's still very slow, but it has improved. In August, we were typing 11 words a minute. In September, it was up from 11 to 15. And then in October, it was up to 17. So, blazing fast typer here. But we're improving, so that's a good thing. That's all I'm asking for. So, work on that every day. The next thing I do are some more activities given to me by my physical therapist. So these things help with my balance. I don't hold on with all these I used to, but I always do them close to the counter so that way if I do lose my balance, I can grab hold of the counter and avoid falling down because nobody wants that. So the activities I do stand on one leg and alternating. I do 15 on each leg. I also do mini squats. Don't go all the way down, we'll get to that, but I do 15 mini squats and then I kick leg out behind. So do that 15 on each side, and then I get on tippy toes. I hold on for this because if I don't, it'd be bad. I get on my tippy toes and then rock back on my heels. I do 10 on this side and then I turn around and do 10 on this side. So that way I'm holding on each side. And I do marches where we lift the leg up. Try not to hold on for that. I do 10 on each side, swap back on those two. First and foremost, let me apologize for this shaky video. This is done with my phone, so is probably not great quality. The last activity in this set that I do has to do with this 8 on the floor. So I trace this with my foot. I have very bad coordination, and by tracing this, that helps. So I do that right footed and left footed. I'll set you down here. Do that right foot and left foot for about 2-3 minutes on each side. I also will sometimes trace it with a ball. I have a little ball that I put my foot on and I'll trace it. Do it sitting down, also standing up. So after I do these sets of activities, I then will do the speech exercises again. You've already seen those, so I won't go back through them, but I do speech again, and then I'll walk. Usually walking, I do in the hall, so that way if I get off balance, the walls are close by, I'll walk down and back about 5 times each time I walk, and then I'll walk 4 or 5 times a day. I'll do it after lunch, I'll do it before dinner, I'll do it after dinner, and then a time or two before bed. The next thing I do is also geared towards my voice. I use the breathing thing again. 20 breaths, and then I read out loud. I try to read between 5 to 10 pages a day since I live by myself. It's good to use the voice, so since I don't talk a lot during the day, I read out loud. I'm currently reading Under the Dome by Stephen King. It's a big ass book. It's in excess of 1,000 pages. I'm on page 450 something. That's a lie. 474. And it's pretty good. It helps my voice, I think. Phone video again, sorry about that. The next thing I do is some bounce work. Part of the bird bounce test is actually lifting your foot up and putting it on a step and taking it back. Trying to do that 4 times in 20 seconds. So I do about 20 times on each foot. So the next group of activities I do also work on my balance as well. Just like on the step, we do the next activity, what's called the Romberg stance. Stand with the feet together, which you can't see, but my feet are together. I'll close my eyes and I'll turn my head side to side, and I'll also go forward and back. A lot of your balance has to do with your vision, so keeping your eyes closed and tilting your head and all that helps your balance. Also do tandem stance, which is actually one foot in front of the other. Do the same thing here. You'll notice I'm holding on so that way if it gets out of balance, we catch ourselves, which is important. Once I get better at it and my bounce gets better, I'll not hold on, but for now, holding on to be safe. We also try to stand on one leg. I try to do it for 10 seconds. That wasn't 10 seconds, but you get the idea. That's part of the bird bounce test as well. So I do that to work on my bounce. I also have a bounce board. I get on the bounce board and try to tilt left and right without falling down. Do circles with it and just generally try to improve the balance. So that is somewhat I do daily. Therapy is something that evolves and changes over time. I used to do battleship. I would take pegs out and put pegs back in. Working on my fine motor skills. Also have a video game system that I borrowed to help my reaction time. And I have a driving simulator that I bought. A steering wheel and pedal and all that. I do that from time to time, but not something that I do every day. But thank you again for sharing this with me. As far as what I've learned, I'm kind of seeing this from my friend Megan. She'll probably get on me for getting it wrong, but it's something that I'm still working on and working through. And that's that happiness is a decision that you have to make today. I'm a very goal oriented person, and a lot of times I tie my happiness to that. I don't want to do things until I accomplish certain goals. And I need to be happy today. Still have the goals that I want to do. Still be happy when I accomplish those goals, but not have it impact what I do daily as far as happiness goes. A lot of times society teaches us, if I get this job, I'll be happy, or if I get a spouse, I'll be happy. When I have kids, I'll be happy. When I retire, I'll be happy. When I do this stuff. And then you sit around and you spend your whole life waiting to be happy. Myself personally, when I was going to get my MBA, I finished the last class. I knew I wanted to do this certification for work, and I immediately jumped in that, and that was like a year-long thing. And I finished the certification. Luckily, I passed it. And I was immediately thinking, well, what's the next thing I'm going to do? So, just taking a step back, pausing. It's not as easy for me to get up and walk in the kitchen as one day I hope that it is, but there's plenty of other stuff I can do that I can be happy about. I can make a video and share it with you, which makes me happy. I can, share Halloween coming up in a few days. I love Halloween, by the way. So I'm going to be happy about that. The is rainy today, but it's kind of cool, and the leaves are beautiful colors, and there's a lot to be happy about today. Even though I have big goals that I wanted to accomplish, I'm going to be happy today. I'm going to renew that commitment to myself every day, and I encourage you to do the same. So, thank you so much for watching. I'll be back in November. I promise it won't be as long of a video. If you're so sick with me, you're a trooper. I'll be back to update you then, and thanks so much.